you plan to run in the next election regardless of how this leadership goes. Wondering, do you know which riding you would be running in? And if you don't get no, would you commit to not parachuting into what's deemed to be safe riding that you might have little to no?
Not parachuting too. Okay, so I will run in the next election, irrespective, just to be absolutely clear, irrespective of the outcome of the leadership election. I would hope to win that seat, so irrespective of what happens in the general election, I will serve my entire term as an MP. If I am elected, if I'm given the confidence of the voters wherever I run, I am a politician. I'm running for the leadership. I will run to be selected as a candidate, and I would just make the following observation, which is that what is happening is Canadians are listening to the message that we're sending out, a positive message about building the economy, moving forward, message standing up to the Americans, getting the best deal for Canada, but also changing our trading partners, building one Canadian economy, is that more and more seats are becoming attractive. In other words, Canadians are rallying behind the Liberal Party. That gives us a tremendous responsibility in order to deliver to them, and I look forward to standing in the location that's appropriate, where appropriate. I have ties. Maybe I'll just say one more thing, which is I have many ties in this country. I grew up in Alberta. I was born in the north. My parents are from British Columbia. My family, a good part of my family lives there. I lived in Toronto. I live in Ottawa. I have many ties, and obviously I would be a local MP, but also my intention is to win this leadership, to become Prime Minister, and to represent all Canadians.
This is for my colleagues in Ottawa. With Trump threatening to impose tariffs on steel and aluminum on March 12, your fellow leadership candidate, Chrystia Freeland, says it would not be ideal to go to the polls right after your party selects its new leader on March 9. What do you think?
Well, I think it's a very fluid situation. The discussions with the Americans, the demands of the Americans change, or at least of the President, change on an almost daily basis, as do the timelines. The government is currently engaged in direct discussions with the Trump administration. You never take a decision before you need to take a decision. And so nothing is pre-wired. Let's see what the situation is in the middle of March and do what is best for Canadians. And the government will do what's best for Canadians. If Parliament needs to be recalled for certain reasons, it will be. If it makes sense to get a strong mandate at that point, that is what will follow. But make no mistake, and I think this is a message for the United States, is that Canadians, and I'm not speaking about leadership contenders, I'm not speaking about current governments, federal or provincial. Canadians are united on this issue. Canadians have a strong sense of resolve. We're going to stand up collectively for Canada, and we're going to build our economy here in Canada first and foremost. And we'll see what arrangements we come with the Americans when we get to the table.
You don't speak for Canadians.
Previously, all leadership candidates put out a joint statement on Donald Trump's threats. But in the past few days, Chrystia Freeland is back making aggressive proposals about better ways to deal with Trump. Is it constructive to have leadership candidates armchair quarterbacking the government right now?
I'll speak for myself. I'm careful in what I say about the current status of negotiations. You may have seen, I should say, that my focus has majored on what we should do here in Canada to strengthen our economy, irrespective of what the Americans take. And I've a lot of experience in negotiations. One of the most important things in negotiations is that you have options. And of course, a strong Canadian economy is in our interest, is all Canadians' interest. We have many ways to do that. I've said from the start that it's time to build. Il faut bâtir l'avenir, and we should do that now to strengthen our negotiating position as well. In terms of the real-time negotiations, leave that to the current Prime Minister and the ministers of the Crown. Thank you.